Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and this is a pick a card. Question, will we reconcile? So let's find out. Alrighty, today we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and we want to know, will we reconcile? Will we reconcile? I'm going to put out 4 piles, and each pile will include 4 tarot cards. We're going to use just one deck. I want to try to spread out the cards so we get accurate readings. So I'm curious to see what we get. All right, so what I'm going to do when I'm done with this, we're going to select a pile, and I will do each reading separately, of course, and I will have the timestamp in the description for you so that you can jump around, fast forward to your pile, whatever you need to do. Let's go ahead then. I'm going to just straighten them out a bit here. And you can pause the video if you need to. But what I'm going to ask you to do is calm your mind. Think of the question, will we reconcile? See where your attention is drawn. And if you are drawn to numbers, pile number 1, the number 1 typically means new beginnings, opportunity, potential. The number 2 typically represents balance, duality, partnership. The number 3 typically represents creativity, growth, social interactions. And the number 4 typically represents structure, security, manifestation. So see where your attention is drawn, and we will get started. Pile number 1. Let's see what you've got. Question, will we reconcile? Okay, will we reconcile? Well, I can see where the argument happened. I can see why you guys aren't together. Now, whether it was a huge argument, you know, I hope it wasn't throwing plates at the wall and all this, but there was definitely some conflict that caused this breakup or stopped you from getting together. So I can definitely see that here. Here next to that, we have our 8 of Swords. Now, this is about kind of not wanting to see things. This is about kind of being in your own self-imposed prison because you're not wanting to take a look at all the things, or you're afraid of what other people are going to say. Here we have the Knight of Swords. This is kind of about running off and getting started, but without having a real plan, having the plan kind of be running off without you, the plan. And then here we have the 6 of Wands, which is a wonderful start for a foundation. So let's kind of pull all this together. Will we reconcile? Well, I do see that one of the things that you're going to need to do to help this reconciliation come about is to take that blindfold off, look at your partner's perspective. Of course, this does not mean sacrifice your point of view or your position. However, we do need to look at things from both sides. So what this is suggesting is that that is what is needed. Next, what it's saying here is getting back together is great, of course, but you have to be thinking about the long term. That initial rejoining and all that is all fun and happy and great. But if you don't resolve what it was that caused you this breakup or whatever's keeping you apart, it will resurface. So those are our 2 words of advice from the tarot. But here with our 6 of Wands, I can see that, yes, you will reconcile. This is our 6 of Wands. Again, it's about celebration. It's about happiness. It's about laying that foundation that is, you know, pulling things forward. This is about celebrating the small successes. So, yes, I believe you will reconcile. And again, the advice from the tarot is make sure you're looking at both positions and just don't get all wrapped up in that first initial joining together and forget to think about what it was that caused the breakup so that you can avoid it in the future. But yeah, looks good, pile one. Pile number two. Will we reconcile? Let us see what we've got. Will we reconcile? Well, I can see that it's definitely going to be a consideration. Let's see what we've got. We've got our Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is always about new information, messages. Our page is a little bit of an introvert here. He is also somebody who thinks of the finer things, the creative things. He's a little more romantic, things like that. But I can see that, you're going to have your walls up about this. You're not sure. You're not running away. You're not, putting up fire and torches and evil screaming dogs saying, get out of here. No, you're kind of watching and looking and contemplating, trying to decide what to do. Here we have our High Priestess, and this talks about mystery. This talks about confusion, and it talks about deception sometimes. So perhaps, I'm not sure why you might have broken up or why you're no longer together, but perhaps your partner, your person, did something that you're guarded about. Maybe it was a lie. Maybe it was just the confusion of not knowing. Maybe it was just not understanding where this relationship is going. But there was some kind of confusion for which you are very guarded. However, your person, I believe, is very much wanting to get back together. Just might be on the quiet side, may not be taking that initiative as much as you perhaps would like. I can see, though, that you're sitting there, you're kind of waiting like, okay, actions speak louder than words kind of thing. So you are kind of waiting for that. But here, ultimately, with the King of Swords, this is about looking at the overall picture. This is about seeing what needs to happen and knowing you can move all the pieces of the game, in the right place, the strategy. So what this is telling me, pile two, is that yes, you will reconcile. However, you do have some work to be done. I think you need to rebuild your trust. And if it's not about rebuilding trust, it's at least building an understanding of what is going on in terms of what's happening with your partner. What conversation or what action caused you to not be apart? Working that through, clearing up some of that mystery or deception is going to be imperative to get you over here to the King of Swords. But yes, overall, it looks like a reconciliation is coming, pile two. Great. Pile number three. Let's see what you've got. The question, will we reconcile? Okay, will we reconcile? Pile number three, I can see right away it's a big yes. You will reconcile. I'll tell you why I say that. We've got three majors here. The majors are a very strong message. They are an overarching theme in your life, in your world. We also have a court card here, which is a strong message as well about personality. So what I can see now, again, I don't know why you guys might not be together or what is stopping you from being together. But what I can see is you have a lot of opportunity to make this a solid, successful relationship. We've got our Magician here. The Magician creates things. The Magician is like the master manifester. And creating something is obviously how relationships start, but you got to think too, it comes in levels. Each level needs its own little bit of magic. It needs its own bit of manifestation. So keeping that in mind here with our Queen, what this is telling me is, that initial manifestation, that initial let's get going and let's have a good time, is all in place, but you're still missing a step, and that might be why you guys aren't together. The step you're missing is following through on that plan, thinking about what comes next, not just thinking about the surface things about right now, but things in the future. Now, again, you can't map out your entire relationship on a spreadsheet with a bar graph and all these little details, but you do have to be on the same page for what you're wanting in life. I think that's absolutely possible. I'm not seeing why you two might have, excuse me, separated or not, but you definitely have the opportunity to get back together. Super strong. Magician, followed by the Fool. The Fool, brand new relationship, brand new opportunity, really learning from your past mistakes and creating a whole nother new experience for each other. That's also confirmed here with Judgment. This is about a decision. This is about fairness. This is about rebirth. Look at this card. Just being reborn, your relationship being reborn. So yes, it does look like you'll reconcile. The advice from the tarot, though, is get on the same page. You might have to obviously kind of work out whatever it was that caused you guys to break up or to be apart. That's a specific thing you might need to address. But overall, one of the things that you're going to want to do to avoid some more problems in the future is be thinking in the long term. Again, don't let your daily existence, be overshadowed by your fears or your plans. I mean, don't be panicking and freaking out. But this is about getting on the same page with your partner, making sure that you guys are working in the same direction. Imagine a tandem bike. If you have somebody in the front and somebody in the back and you're pedaling at different speeds, it's not going to get you where you want to go, right? It sounds like in the beginning here, you guys are both on the same speed, riding your bike. And then because you don't have part two, you're not on the same page, it's kind of like this. You see what I'm saying? So get that organized and you have a wonderful opportunity to have that great relationship. It looks very positive, very positive. So yes, pile 3, will we reconcile? The answer is yes. Pile number 4. Let's see what you've got. Pile number 4, the question, will we reconcile? All right. Wow, we've got all court cards. We've got all court cards. So what this is telling me is there seem to be a lot of people here involved in your decision. They're in the trajectory of your relationship. A lot of people, are involved, and maybe that's part of why you guys split up. I don't know. Seems like a lot of personalities, a lot of strong personalities are in here, and a lot of messages, a lot of talking. So it looks to me like maybe, you've got way too many people involved in your relationship. Maybe people who are making, advice, comments, whatever. It's just too much. There are too many people in your relationship. So let's take a look, though, at what we've got. We've got 2 pages here, Page of Swords and Page of Wands. Pages are always about new information, always about messages coming in. Now, Swords, this is about kind of curiosity, new ideas, somebody who's a really fast learner, somebody, obviously, look at this card here. This page can balance, read a book, carry these light bulb balloons, and still cross over this little chasm. So a multitasker, someone who can get things done. This page here, the Page of Wands, this is about energy, passion, getting things done. So we've got 2 strong messages that are very similar. Here we have our Knight of Wands. Again, we've got 2 wands. Wands is about, the suit of wands is action, passion, movement. I mean, so things are happening. But Wands is also somebody who is literally the card representing, getting things done. Someone who's real blunt and is going to get it done, has a lot of energy. And then lastly, we have our King of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is the suit of everyday life, work, money, home, health, that kind of a thing. And the King has mastered it all. The King here and the King of Pentacles, he's got it all in line. He is somebody who is successful, but also a promoter who likes to make sure that other people are doing well. I'll tell you exactly what's going on here. You have way too many people involved, way too many people telling you things, wanting you to take action, pressuring you. or perhaps influencing you, or at least trying to influence you. And it's getting you off, and you and your person, or whoever it is who's hearing all these pieces, it might be both of you, but you're getting off to a false start. You're getting confused. You are rushing around like a whirlwind because you don't know who to listen to or what to think or whatever. And I'll tell you what to listen to and what to think. Yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen. You know what to do. You also have intuition. You have brains. Getting advice from somebody is very helpful, and it's always important to kind of touch base sometimes because we might not be seeing clearly, but at the same time, those are pieces of advice. When people give you that advice, you put it in your file cabinet in your mind, and you can refer to it if you need to, but you make the decision. There's too many people here involved, way too many people involved. So right now, the reconciliation is still a little unknown. You got to get this sorted out, because if things keep going the way they are, then no, there is not a reconciliation in your future with this current trajectory. I can't spit that word out. Trajectory. The way things are going. Now, if you change things, let's get an end game card. If you change things, if you guys kind of get a little more streamlined, work one-on-one. Don't work with all these other people that are coming in. And let's find out, is it still going to happen? No, the reconciliation is not going to happen. We have our Five of Pentacles. That's about being kept out. So unless you get this stuff turned around, and even so, it's, the question I posed when I pulled the end game is, if we get this stuff worked out, will this go somewhere? And it's looking like, you might learn a lesson and you might get some good information for your next relationship, but it doesn't look like this one is coming together at this time. So pile 4, it looks like the answer, will we reconcile, is a no. But it does provide advice for you for the next relationship you are in. So that way you won't end up with the same answer. Do you see? So it's really important that we learn from things. Each thing and everything that happens to us is either a lesson or a blessing. And a blessing means you came through, everything's fine. A lesson means, well, I can't see how that felt good, but what did I learn from it? Which is also, think about it, that's a blessing in itself. So good luck going forward, pile 4. I hope this was helpful. All right, I want to thank you all for coming and for watching this pick a card. I hope it was helpful. I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications. And as always, thank you for being here. Make sure you check me out at 12 p.m. Central for my live free reading tarot show at 12 p.m. Central every day. So come on over and check me out, and come back often. I do pick a cards almost every day, and I do surprise live streams and things like that. So it's fun to have you in the family. Hit the bell so you'll always know what's going on. All righty. Thank you so much. Have a great day.